Yo, welcome back to the channel, guys, and in today's video we're going to be covering WWE Crown Jewel in Perth, my predictions, what I think is going to happen, and I want you guys to let me know down in the comment section for each match. Let me know who you think is walking away with the W. That's like not a W, but okay, let's get into it. First match, we have Big Bronson Reed versus Roman Reigns. This is a tricky one. I don't think Roman Reigns comes back and loses, but at the same time, I feel like Bronson Reed really does need the win here. As if you had saw my shorts prediction video on the previous PLE where it was Breaker, Reed versus Usos, I had Breaker and Reed getting the win over the Usos. Mainly because I feel like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker kind of need that rub right now, and I feel like in this case scenario, Bronson Reed needs that rub a little bit more than Roman Reigns right now. Roman Reigns, the big dog, the tribal chief, acknowledge your tribal chief today. But when it comes to Saturday morning here in the US, 8 a.m. start time, don't forget, we are going to be acknowledging our tribal thief, Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed is walking away from Crown Jewel in Perth, defeating Roman Reigns. Moving into our next matchup here, this one here is so up in the air for me. I love Stephanie Vaquer. I love Tiffany Stratton. Winner walks away as Women's Crown Jewel Champion, previous winner being Liv Morgan. This one, I don't care who walks away with a win. Like I said, I love both women, Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vaquer. Do I think Stephanie Vaquer is going to be the person that defeats Tiffany Stratton in 2025? As of today, Tiffany Stratton, outside of like one DQ, I'm pretty sure she still won that match technically, has not been defeated in 2025. I don't think, with it being so close to the start of 2026, I don't think Tiffany Stratton does get defeated here. But I also feel like if she was to be defeated this year, it is going to be against Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer coming off of that hot win against Io Sky, whereas Tiffany Stratton has kind of been in this mix with Nia Jax and Jade Cargill for so long. I feel like I'm going with Tiffany Stratton. I'm going to play it safe. I don't think Tiffany Stratton loses in 2025. I think she finally loses in 2026 at this coming year's WrestleMania. Moving on into our third matchup. Of course, we're following the Triple H 5-match card of Doom. We've covered Tiffany Stratton and Stephanie Vaquer. We've covered Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns. Now we're going to cover, for the final time, it will be John Cena versus AJ Styles. And if you're new to pro wrestling, I'm sure if you're clicking on the video, you know a little bit about pro wrestling. Cena versus AJ Styles at Money in the Bank, banger. Cena versus AJ Styles at SummerSlam, banger. And their most known match at the Royal Rumble for the WWE Championship, where John Cena walked away with his 16th WWE Championship. Neither of them left the ring during that match. Wild. This is a toss-up because we know that John Cena is retiring December 13th in Washington, D.C. at Saturday night's main event. Cena just came off of a loss from Brock Lesnar, but I feel like AJ Styles, again, much like we were talking about Tiffany Stratton being in the mix with Jade Cargill and Nia Jax, I feel like AJ Styles has kind of been in that mix with the Judgment Day and Dominic Mysterio for so long. He came off of a loss, a big loss to Dominic Mysterio, and I feel like he needs that win right now, especially with him coming out and saying that he is retiring next year. AJ Styles also coming out, which I'm a bit leaning more towards Styles winning here, because if Styles wins, it sets the score for AJ Styles 3, Cena 1. AJ Styles walked away from Money in the Bank and SummerSlam with the win over John Cena. John Cena defeated AJ Styles once at the Royal Rumble, like we said, capturing his 16th World Championship. If Cena wins here, the series is tied 2 apiece, and I would love to see them have that rubber match. But as AJ Styles says, no amount of money, it doesn't matter, Crown Jewel, Saudi Arabia, whatever, offers them a bag full of cash. This is the last time. Therefore, I do have Cena walking away. Cena coming off of that loss with Brock Lesnar, leading into his final match December 13th. I don't think Cena loses from here on out until his final match, if he even loses his final match. So, with that being said, we have Bronson Reed defeating Roman Reigns, Tiffany Stratton defeating Stephanie Becker, John Cena defeating AJ Styles. Moving into our fourth match, and I'm pretty sure that Seth and Cody are main eventing, so I'm gonna save that for last, and that'll be a huge spiel. The next matchup we have Io Sky, Rhea Ripley taking on the Kabuki Warriors. I do have Asuka and Kairi Sane walking away with the win here. Rhea Ripley is kind of at that magnitude where she doesn't need the win here. I feel like Asuka and Kairi Sane, although Kairi Sane on the go-home show for Raw, leading into Crown Jewel, defeated Io Sky with the help of Asuka. I don't think they lose in Perth. I really don't. I feel like it's more needed for Asuka right now. Obviously, they're going to probably do Asuka versus Io Sky at Survivor Series. I feel like Asuka really needs to pin Io Sky here. Unless they go with this whole thing of Io Sky ends up actually pinning Kairi Sane and then we get some type of triple threat later down the road. Anyways, wanted to go over that one quickly. My opinion on that match is pretty straightforward. So moving into our main event, we do have the Men's Crown Jewel Championship match. Champion versus champion, Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes technically is defending the Men's Crown Jewel Championship in this matchup, previously winning it last year. And there's a lot going into this matchup here. Seth Rollins, again, coming off of a loss, whereas Cody Rhodes just came back from making a movie. You saw his fatigue in his last match against Drew McIntyre. The only reason why Drew McIntyre lost that was because of the stupid fucking referee. I love Cody Rhodes, don't get it twisted. Yeah, I love Cody Rhodes, okay. I don't think Seth Rollins loses here. Much like we saw on Monday Night Raw, if Seth Rollins loses, he loses his Oracle, he loses Braun Breaker, he loses Bronson Reed. Nobody's going to look at him as the leader that he wants to be. And I mean, don't get it twisted, because I don't think Seth Rollins outside of the Shield. Do you remember back in the day when it was Authors of Pain, Seth Rollins and Austin Theory? The group flopped. I know a lot of people think that the Braun, Seth, and Heyman is kind of, it's on the edge of a flop, but it's not. In my opinion, it's not, but that's kind of what it reminds me of. So again, I could see Cody winning here and then sending Seth into that spin-off, but I think it's way too soon. This group was just created in April. If there's going to be a big payoff for this group, then I think Breaker is going to eventually outshine Seth Rollins, and we're going to get that either as like a night 1 main event or a night 2 main event for the world title at WrestleMania, much like they did with Triple H and Batista. It's kind of like an evolution of 2025, I guess you could say. Anyways, that's for a whole different video, because I'll make a prediction video on WrestleMania night 1 and 2, so stay tuned for that. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this prediction video, and make sure to turn on those post notifications. I'm done plugging the channel. So as of right now, I do have Seth Rollins walking away as the Men's Crown Jewel Champion. I think it's way too soon for Seth and his group to break up. So yeah, again, I've got Bronson Reed defeating Roman Reigns. I've got Tiffany Stratton defeating Stephanie Becker. I've got John Cena defeating AJ Styles. I have Asuka and Kairi Sane defeating the team of Rhea Ripley and Io Sky, and Seth Rollins will walk away as Men's Crown Jewel Champion. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know I went on a little bit of a rant here. If you want to support the channel, we are on the road to 5K before 2026, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications for more wrestling content, and I'll see you guys later. Love you, bye.